Have you ever sat at an airport gate, looked out the window at a massive Airbus A380 or a Boeing 747 and wondered something simple? You've seen cars back out of parking spaces. You've seen boats reverse away from a dock. So why can't that enormous multi-million-dollar airplane just put it in reverse and back away from the gate on its own? It's a perfectly reasonable question, and one that has a surprisingly interesting and slightly funny answer. The gist of it is this. For the most part, they can, sort of, but they absolutely shouldn't, and there are very, very good reasons for that. It's a story of physics, safety, and a little bit of common sense. The idea of a 200-ton metal bird trying to parallel park using its jet engines is, frankly, a bit terrifying, and that's a good starting point for our explanation. Before we can understand why a plane can't go backward, we need a quick, simple lesson on how it goes forward. At its heart, a modern jet engine is a master of Newton's third law. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. The engine's job is to create a massive action, throwing a huge amount of air backward at high speed, to get the desired reaction, pushing the entire airplane forward. It's a bit like letting go of an inflated balloon you haven't tied. The air rushes out one way and the balloon zips off in the other. A jet engine is just a very, very sophisticated and incredibly powerful version of that. Let's break it down into simple steps. First, the giant fan at the front, the fan stage, sucks in an enormous volume of air. A small portion of this air goes into the engine's core. Inside the core, compressors squeeze the air, making it dense and hot. Then the compressed air is mixed with jet fuel and ignited. That gas blasts out the back, providing a powerful push. It's this constant, violent expulsion of gas that generates thrust. So, if the engines can't spin backward, how can a plane make reverse thrust? The answer is a clever device, the thrust reverser. Many people think it lets the plane go in reverse, but that name is misleading. A thrust reverser doesn't reverse the engine's operation. It redirects the thrust the engine already produces. It's not a gear for backing up, it's a very powerful, specialized brake. Its job is to slow the aircraft immediately after touchdown, when it's still doing hundreds of kilometers per hour. There are a couple of common types of thrust reversers. Clamshell doors swing into place at the back of the engine, blocking hot core exhaust and redirecting it forward. Blocker doors, common on modern high-bypass engines, slide into the bypass airflow inside the nacelle and divert it out through cascades on the nacelle sides, angled forward to produce strong braking. Pilots deploy reversers the moment the wheels touch down. You might hear the engines roar up. That's engines spooling to make reversers effective. That thrust, combined with wheel brakes and spoilers, brings the aircraft to a safe stop quickly, especially on wet or icy runways. Reversers are essentially on-off, used for just a few seconds until taxi speed, then stowed. They're not meant for delicate pushback from a terminal. Now we get to the core of the issue. If a plane has thrust reversers, why not just use them to push back from the gate? This is where theory meets the messy, crowded, and safety-obsessed reality of an airport. Using reverse thrust in a terminal area, a powerback, is extremely dangerous and impractical. A jet engine, even at low power, moves a phenomenal amount of air. Redirect it forward and you create a powerful, turbulent jet blast aimed at the terminal, ground crew and nearby equipment. It can send baggage carts and service vehicles flying, kick up dirt, rocks and foddy from the tarmac, which can be ingested by your engine or a neighbour's. An engine swallowing a rock is a multi-million-dollar problem. High-velocity debris can strike terminal windows or other aircraft, or worst of all, injure personnel. Airports are choreographed chaos. Unpredictable jet blasts have no place in it. So, if a plane can't or shouldn't reverse itself, how does it get away from the gate? The answer is elegant, simple, and standard. The pushback tractor, also known as an aircraft tug. Low-profile vehicles, incredibly powerful, latching onto the front of planes. They are the designated drivers of the tarmac, moving aircraft in and out precisely. Form follows function, short to fit under the nose, immensely heavy for traction. Two main types, conventional tow bar tugs and tow barless tractors. With a tow bar, crew connects the bar to nose gear and the tug pushes or pulls per the flight crew's direction. Tow barless tractors scoop and lift the nose wheel, giving direct steering for quicker, more precise movements. The pilot commands the aircraft, the ground team handles the movement. A careful, coordinated dance. Brakes stay set until the tug is ready. Once cleared, brakes are released and the tug eases the jet back safely. Let's paint a picture of this process in a real-world scenario. Imagine you're at London Heathrow, one of the busiest airports on the planet. A British Airways Boeing 777 has just completed boarding for New York. The jet bridge retracts, the last of the baggage is loaded, the cargo doors are sealed. Inside the cockpit, the pilots have completed their pre-flight checklists. The first officer communicates with the ground crew via headset. All ground equipment is clear of the aircraft.
Cockpit to ground, we are ready for pushback.
A tow barless tractor is already in place, its hydraulic arms clamped securely around the nose wheel. The tug driver gives a thumbs up. The ground agent relays the all clear.
Brakes released.
With a soft whir, 250 tons begin to glide backward. Smooth, quiet, controlled. Clearing wingtips and tail, the tug sets the jet on the line as ATC clears engine start. The decision to use pushback tractors isn't just about safety. It's rooted in economics and engine design. Airlines run on razor-thin margins, and every litre of jet fuel saved counts. Starting engines only when necessary saves fuel. An idling jet engine is a thirsty beast. Keeping engines off during pushback saves minutes of burn every flight. Multiplied by thousands of flights, the savings are huge. Engine life is measured in cycles. Start, takeoff, landing, shutdown. Reverser use adds mechanical stress. Using it for powerbacks would burn expensive engine life unnecessarily. Engine maintenance is immense. Procedures aim to minimize stress and maximize time on wing. The tug outsources reversing to a cheaper, robust machine built for low-speed torque. Some rear-engine jets were especially debris-prone in powerback. Some props can reverse pitch to powerback, but it's rare and avoided in crowded ramps. Asking an airliner to do the tug's job is like an F1 car towing a caravan. Possible, but inefficient and risky. So, why can't planes go backward? The answer is nuanced. Most modern jets can create reverse thrust, but it's an emergency brake for landing, not a reverse gear for taxiing. Powerbacks are unsafe, imprecise, inefficient, noisy, and needlessly stressful on engines. Like pushing your office chair away by firing a fire extinguisher at the wall. It might work, but it makes a huge mess and isn't recommended. The real-world solution is the humble pushback tractor, safe, quiet, and controlled. It saves fuel and reduces wear on multi-million-dollar engines. High-tech machinery plus well-drilled human procedure solves the logistical puzzle. It's not about what's technically possible, but what's safe, smart, and efficient. Once you know this, you'll never look at an airport the same way again. Next time you see that little tug pull up, you'll know exactly why it matters. Quiet, professional competence underpins modern air travel. The simple answer to a very good question. Physics, engineering, and common sense. Planes don't reverse on their own because there's a much better way. And now you have the answer, which is always nice to have.